Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Quant, whose current price stands at the $118.2 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 0.85%. and in this video I want to give you the short term and the long term scenarios that I expect to play out, and also give you the chart patterns that you have information on this chart. So make sure that you stick around till the end of the video, and I'll kickstart the video here on the daily chart by giving you a brief of what has been happening here on the Quant chart. Quant from the all-time high had been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective structure, which took us back to around the $40.1 mark, and after seeing that low, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that has been obeying the EBOOK structures, and that is better seen here on the 4-hour chart, where you can see I have this EBOOK structure in blue, which is a fractal wave completing the formation of a higher EBOOK wave count 1 to the upper side after making our high at around the $228 mark. And after seeing that movement to the upper side in the formation of a higher EBOOK wave count 1, whatever we expect next is a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a higher EBOOK wave count 2, and I believe that is what we had been seeing over here, making our low at around the $94.4 mark, and there are chances that we might have started that movement to the upper side in the formation of this higher EBOOK wave count 3 to the upper side, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3, assuming that the low for this EBOOK wave count 2 is in at around the $94.4 mark. By connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the Fibonacci's to the low of the second wave, that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the Fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $398.7 mark, and that is the minimum that I would expect Quant to do in the long-term scenarios, and that is once you see the low for this high EBOOK wave count 2 and see that impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of that higher EBOOK wave count 3, and jump into the 1-hour chart for further analysis. Here on the 1-hour chart, you can see after making our low in the formation of that high EBOOK wave count at around the $94.4 mark, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that has been obeying the EBOOK wave structures, and I believe once you see the formation of a wave 5 of this EBOOK wave structure that we are seeing right here, that will be completing the formation of a higher EBOOK wave count 1, which is a fractal wave within that higher EBOOK wave count 3 that I have shown you on the 4-hour chart. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this EBOOK wave structure, and also show you the chart patterns that we have information on this chart, I'll start by giving you the chart pattern that we have over here, which is giving me a short-term bullish movement to the upper side, and that chart pattern is an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And if I draw it out, you can have this as the left shoulder of that inverse head and shoulders pattern. Then we have seen the head, then we have seen the formation of the neckline, then we have seen the right shoulder over here, and we have seen a bit of a breakout to the upper side. And after seeing the breakout, we also formed another chart pattern that is giving us a bit of a retracement to the lower side. And fully exhausting what this inverse head and shoulders pattern is giving us, this inverse head and shoulders is supposed to break out to the upper side, having the minimum target area of the breakout as the height between the neckline and the head. So we can get that height and then place it over the neckline to give us a minimum target area to the upper side back to the area at around the $146.3 mark. So in case we see a reversal to the upper side and continue pushing higher, there are chances of making it back to around the $146.3 mark. But from what you can see over here, we saw a bit of a retracement in a movement that I initially expected to be a retest of the neckline, but for now that seems not to be a retest, because you can see we continued pushing even lower below the neckline. And over here we formed another chart pattern, which is a double top, and if I draw it out, we can have this impulsive movement making the first top, then we have seen the formation of the neckline, then the second top, then this is the breakout to the lower side. And this is a chart pattern that also breaks to the lower side, having the target area of the breakout as the height between the tops and the neckline. So we can get that height and then place it below the neckline, giving us a minimum target area back to around the that is at around the $117.8 mark, which is a target area that we have fully maximized. And that means this breakout to the lower side has been fully maximized, and very soon I'm expecting a reversal to the upper side to continue pushing even higher higher, obeying my EBOOK structure, so that we can fully maximize the formation of this wave 3 to the upper side, which is an impulsive wave. And because of its impulsive nature, and because of that I expect such a structure over here, having a wave 5 completing the formation of that wave 3 to the upper side, and using the trend based Fibonacci to sketch out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 by connecting the Fibonaccis from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the Fibonaccis to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $152.5 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that wave 3 to the upper side to do before we see a wave 4 and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5 to the upper side. So my primary scenario here on the quant chart is that we're in the formation of this wave 3 and we need to see a reversal to the upper side to complete the formation of that wave 3, and that can happen because here on the 1 hour chart you can see we have managed to get above the 20-day MA once more, and that means it's now acting as support, and that can give us support for us to continue seeing higher prices and see that reversal that I'm expecting. Also taking a look at the indicators here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 47 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have printed a bullish cross, and that would mean higher prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.